Hello, this is Flicker Feather, also Frank. I'm bicycling to work, and I bicycle 6 days a week, 22 some odd miles, 22 miles a day, which is out to about 150 miles a week. And I've been doing a lot of bicycling. Bicycling has been my main form of transportation since 2011. I had a car for about 6 months to a year. About a year ago, just under a year ago, and I'm back to bicycling. I just in our modern world where every company wants to pay you $9.50 an hour, $10 an hour, having an automobile is very expensive, with insurance and all that. And the fact that I've been making $9.50, $10 an hour since 1999, every company, that's all they want to offer. So bicycling is a way to put more money in my pocket. And it isn't that I couldn't afford a car, but not easily, not without going to a buy here, pay here place, you know. I've been had some interruptions in my life, and trying to get renting a place is not easy. Can restart my life, but these automobiles, they don't build very many real bike trails, but they're building more of them. Bicycling is very dangerous, and a lot of times you want to assume that you have the right of way. Let me tell you something. I've been cut off so many, in a day's trip, I've been at least cut off 5-6 times in a day, in a trip. So you really need to be paying attention and reading people's faces, looking at their eyes. Try to read their body language to see what they're going to do. You do the best you can. And if you have any doubt at all, stop. Don't assume that they're going to look out for you. Because, you know, that's how a lot of bicyclists get killed. And I might die on a bicycle. My family worries about me a lot. And, but it saves me a lot of money, and it's good for my health. Said I'm burning 700 calories a day. 7 times 6 is 42. That's just to work. I'm burning 4,200 calories a week. And if there's 4 weeks, 16,000 calories a month, 16, 17, 18,000 calories a month. It's a lot of calories. I need to keep fit and trim. So it's a healthy thing if it don't kill you. I want to do bicycle safety because I think I have a perspective that a lot of people don't have. I think I have a perspective that's, you know, reading people is really important. Another thing, bicycling, you know, I do it a lot. I break the rules. I break my own rules. So, but I know when I break the rules that I have to be extra careful. When you bike on this big road, it's 3 or 4 lanes going each way. You got small side streets. If you're biking oncoming traffic heading into you, and if you are, you stand a risk at an intersection, because people that are pulling out onto the main street, they don't look both ways. Scary, you know, they need to be. As a pedestrian, you go around the back side of their car. That's what you should do. Read and look to see if they're looking both ways. before you go in front of a car. If that woman hasn't seen you and she's only going to look one way and then pull out, she'll kill you or hurt you really, really bad. Sometimes I just go behind them. Rather than that, I mean, then they have to back up and hit you. I really think that there have been people murdered on bicycles. Straight up, because it's the perfect way to kill somebody. Because you can just say it's an accident, you know? And a lot of people get hit nowadays. People just drive off. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to man up or woman up. They just leave you on the side of the road dead. And I got a cop right beside me as I'm doing this video while I'm biking. And so I'm kind of breaking the safety rule, but it's for this movie. I really hope it saves people's lives. And lights are really important, but we've had a joke about them. Sometimes that makes you a target to hit. I would never go in front of this car. I would kind of go around it. It's just, you know, I had one time, I had a guy in a yellow Corvette, an early 90s Corvette, and it looked just like a movie scene right out of Death Race, the old one with Sylvester Stallone. He physically chased me. And it looked like he was going to run me over. It was scary. And, you know, so I don't know what his motives were. Maybe he thought it was funny. I don't know. But be careful out there. They really need to make roads, more bike roads. And these lanes, these bike lanes, where you have these painted lines on the side of the shoulder of people will kill you on them too. Especially they have these ones where you have lanes of cars moving to the left and the right of you because they're going to be a turn lane or something. Those things really terrify me. They really do. I'm really scared of them. When you're on bike trails in Pinellas County, they have a Pinellas Trail. It goes through some pretty rough areas, especially the south end of St. Pete. I know I carry on me pepper spray, you know, and ways to defend myself, and you hope to God, but just carrying it on your side, they see it, and it doesn't make you such an easy target for a victim as a crime, especially a woman that might be raped or something, or they just want to steal your bike. I've had several attempts on my bike. And this is a cheapy junk bike, and they looked at me like they were going to take my bike or beat me up and then take my bike or take my wallet. If you're on a bike, you got a debit card, try not to carry a lot of cash on you. Those things are really important. They got some really nice bike apps that can tell you how many calories you're burning and follow your trail and your top speed. And I suggest if you got a smartphone to download one of them. You can learn a lot about yourself. And you know, so this is probably the road I'm on. I'm on not the most safest street, but I choose to go because I like having interaction with people, walking and meeting people, and that's really important to me. Oh, see, I'm videotaping. The cop could have pulled me over. Videotaping me biking. I wish I had a GoPro. I don't have the money, but hey, if you want to fund it, I'd sure love to take photos of people doing all kinds of things. that are dangerous to bicyclists, catching people in cars. I wish that the authorities would. Thank you. That was a really nice guy. He backed up. There's some really wonderful people out there who will back up and let you go across. Not everybody is evil, but it only takes one person that's not to ruin your life. You know, you could have life-sustaining injuries. You might live, but you may not ever be able to work again. Is a big risk in bicycling. I don't think it is the way, the green way, without doubt, because you know, you're not burning gas, you're not polluting, but you're going to burn a lot of calories. You're going to get hungry, and if you're trying to keep your weight down, you got to feed. You are an engine at that point, and I find that I eat a lot more actually. So be ready for that. If you do serious long bike, you could start out on shorter trips and build your leg muscles. You're not going, if you have never biked or you're not, I don't buy expensive bikes. I like Schrader valve bikes, cheapy bikes. I don't have a lot of money. If you have a really expensive bike, you know, somebody can take it, especially in bike poorer neighborhoods. You want to stop at a 7-Eleven and get yourself a soda. Maybe you just don't feel like chaining that sucker up, you know? You got a junky bike. It could be a discount bike. I'm not familiar with these high-end bikes. I like a bike that is affordable and easy to change if I get a flat. Lately I've been going with mountain bikes. I like a 29er because it's got bigger wheels and it goes a little faster. Although a 26-inch, you can get tubes anywhere. And if you're serious about biking, it really sucks if you gotta walk the bike back like 20 some odd miles. So carry some tools and an extra tube or two. Buy yourself a couple of tubes so that if you use one, when you get home, you have another one to go. Some bikes are special and getting tubes for them is kind of hard to get. So these are just some recommendations that I feel you should make. I'm going to do a quick scene. I'm biking. Bike tools, a small little hand pump. Some of them, the valves, they work one way. Like I said, I personally like a Schrader valve. I had Penta valve. I couldn't get it to hook on real well and blow up. I like Schrader valve bikes. And I just feel the ease of them. I don't screw with patches. When I was a kid, you could take a patch and they had the glue and you lit it and it would burn the patch onto the tube, vulcanizing or whatever, I don't know. But nowadays, no matter what I do, and I've asked all kinds of people, putting books on them and letting them sit, done all that, and I just find that it's just simpler to just replace the tube. It's cheap enough. Believe it or not, some people on bicycles are pretty stupid when it comes to which side of the sidewalk you have an oncoming bicycle. It's really important to read people because some people are stupid and they don't know the laws of the road. Well, laws of the sidewalk should be the same. You know, in the direction you're heading, stay to the right. It's the same with the car. You know? We're not in fucking England. We're in America. The same rules apply on the sidewalk that apply to the road. It's that simple. Why do some people? But do find it, people that just somehow think that there's different rules. We don't have. There's a lot that could happen to make bicycling a lot more safer. I really feel if we're going to save the environment, that more people need to go to bicycling. If we could get more people on bicycles and get them out of the cars, we might be able to save this planet. But people are pretty selfish, you know, and they can make a lot of excuses why they don't want to be in a car. They don't want to, you know, they want to be in a car, I mean. So, anyhow, these are the rules. On a bike trail, after dark, be careful. As are some of these bike trails, nature trails, like trails where they've used existing railroad tracks. Be just very careful, and if you're going to bike on them, generally they try to tell you not to bike at night. They close the trail off supposedly. It's just for your safety, but I do it because you move. In the morning, sometimes early mornings, there's no cars on the road. I like to bike on the road, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Good morning. And it's really cool biking because you get to go and people are waiting at bus stops, and I always say hello. You know, it makes everybody needs to be uplifted on a bike. People that bike are some of the most friendliest people in the world. I mean, because we love people. We want to interact and say hello. Bicyclists do that, you know, kind of like almost like country folk, the way country folk were. We like to be friendly to strangers. We want to, you know, biking. Another thing, maybe if you ride a bike every day, don't make yourself an easy target to crime, because you bike the same route, you might become a target, and you know, you make it easy. They know exactly what time, so just keep that in mind. It's up to you. Everything is up to you on your safety. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes I bike through, you know, I don't always follow the safest rules, but I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. Generally, I try to be alert, watch what people are doing, watch their body signs, their body language. Do not assume that they are going to stop for you. Bike defensively. Like here, it's a guy mowing. I'm out on the street. You know, I had to look behind me, make sure no traffic was coming, as I didn't want to grass. People are mowing, they kick up rocks, and you know, you get grass in your eyes, little pieces of stuff that the mower will kick up. Thought I was done. So I went out into the road, but I watched that traffic. I had a second or two, and I went around. I hate being on. Look at this road. Can you imagine? Some of these, they have roads like this in Tampa that they have, like on 50th Street coming up Sly. They actually through Temple Terrace, and Temple Terrace police give people tickets. That's what they do. If they stop you, it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to sweet talk yourself out of a ticket there. But You have a heavy road like this, 50th Street, and they got a bike symbol. Like, you're actually gonna get on there and bike with this traffic. They'll kill you. They will fucking kill you. You can't bike on that. So, I don't know. There are cities. I was in Austin for a minute, and downtown, their downtown, they do not allow you to bike on the sidewalk, and don't do it because they will give you tickets there. And you have to walk it. I would advise you not to ride on the road. Their downtown is very busy, and there's a lot of people, and that's really for the safety of the pedestrians in that situation. But our downtown in St. Pete and Tampa, we don't have the volume of pedestrian traffic. The likelihood of you hitting somebody pretty dim to slim. In Florida, we don't have any mountains, so it's all flat. The likelihood of us getting any speed that would hurt or really kill a pedestrian because we're moving fast is pretty unlikely. No. Good morning. God bless y'all. No. So, in the hills, I heard about the Clearwater Breach, somebody coming down the overpass at a high rate of speed and killing somebody. Pretty much my attitude is that bicyclists are not killers. I think that we can safely share the road, especially on a straighter valve bicycle. You're not going 30 miles an hour. Your top speed, your average speed was probably going to be 8 to 10 miles an hour. So, you know, just be careful going down a big steep overpass. Keep it in mind. Maybe ride your brakes a little bit. Don't get too... I know it sounds fun, but if you're going really fast and you kill somebody, it would feel awful. I know you will, because bicyclists are, I tend to think that they're very nature oriented, and that there also might be a majority of us that are animal lovers and people lovers, and that's the kind of people that I think we are. People that love to bicycle, really enjoy the outdoors, and we think healthy. And some of us are just poor. But even poor people find other ways. Bicyclists are a certain kind of people, I like to think. I love it. I really do. And I hope these safety rules will make it safer for you. Even though right now in videotaping I am putting my life in danger. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye-bye.